This guy's completely gone to a stick in a bucket of mud, so something is not right. What's up, Grappler fans? The daily driver is having some issues right now. I just pulled it back here to show y'all the install of my 2-inch BDS leveling kit, and now it won't go into park. So right now I'll show y'all what's going on with that, how I figure out what's going on with it and fix it in case one of you guys with an old Bronco or Ford that's having some shifter, cable linkage, some kind of issue, maybe I can help you out. Also, the workhorse over here, the 12-valve Cummins, is down for the count at the moment. After my trip here, I pulled in, and just kind of like something about pulling in the backyard, they get about this far and then they just stop working. Both the vehicles are having issues. So I'm gonna consider this maybe no man's land, maybe put the shop on the other side of my yard. But right now I got no power steering in this thing. I replaced the power steering pump just to find out that wasn't the issue. So I'll do more about that in the future. Also, this thing won't start by the key right now. I'm having to kind of hot wire it. It's having all kinds of the typical 12-valve wiring issues. So yeah, coming into my backyard might not be a good idea. I need to stop parking in this general area. All kinds of gremlins happening. So right now you can see on the dash, it says we are in drive, pretty much somewhere in between neutral and drive. This thing has always been a little sloppy to where when you put it in drive, it actually looks like you're in second. But I get back here and I could not get this shifter to go any farther to the left to put it in neutral, reverse, park, whatever. It was stuck in drive. So I put the parking brake on, climbed underneath here, and wiggled the transmission shift selector here, and I actually put it in park that way and shut it off. Now I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on with that. The cable seems to be working all right underneath, but this guy's completely gone to a stick in a bucket of mud, so something is not right in here, and I'm trying to get it apart, but I can't get my key out because it won't go into park. So I gotta figure out how to get this cover off with that. So that's where I'm at right now. Keep messing with it. So now I'm up under the dash, messing with this thing and kind of tracing it. I can see that the shaft kind of comes down the steering column, and then I can see this pivot point here, and then this is the other end of the cable that goes down and connects to the transmission. You can kind of see where that goes. Comes around, goes into the floor, and connects down there. So somewhere in here this is broken and it's super sloppy, and that's where my problem is. But that should be park, I believe. And then this would be like first gear, you know, second gear, drive, neutral, reverse, park. Yeah, but it's super sloppy and it's not showing, it's not ratcheting properly, and it's also not showing on the dash the correct gear. It's only moving from neutral to first. So I'm gonna keep playing with it. All right, I think I figured something out. I have disconnected the cable from the back side of this, and now this has full range of motion. So I don't think that it's actually the shifter mechanism. I think the cable is just bound up. So now if I move the shifter, you can see how much that's supposed to move. And it wasn't quite going that far. I've got this cable pushed in as far as it wants to go. I can get my arm in here. So I think that cable's just hitting a stopping point. It feels kind of firm. I think this Bronco actually came with a replacement cable. I'm gonna see if I can find it in my box of junk and see if I can't get this thing back on the road. Check out what I just found. Dug this out of my parts box that I haven't unpacked yet. I'm waiting till the shop's built, but in the bottom of that box was a couple things that came with the Bronco when I bought it. You can see right here it says it's a Bronco shifter cable, The other things that came with this thing are these stock tail lights. I had some blacked out Euro style ones that I replaced, and a couple other random little things. But this was something I was like, probably gonna have to replace that at some point, because obviously the guy thought he needed one bad enough to buy one. This one looks like a used rig, but I tested it out and just threw a little grease on it. Seems like it's gonna work. It's also starting to rain now, so I'm gonna go ahead and slap this boy on here and we'll see what I can get done. Well, it's pouring and my garage is full of crap, so I'll pick back up on this tomorrow. Just got that end of the cable disconnected from the little bracket right here. So you can see that. It's normally right up in there. And I'm trying to kind of feed it the rest of the way out. And then do this little clip here and hopefully kind of feed it in through the firewall and floor of the truck here, and undo the other side and then slap the other one in there. This is what that grommet looks like. As you can see, here's some of the original color of the hunter green or forest green or whatever it's called. Gotta push this grommet through here. There we go. Let's see if I can, how far I can feed this. It's hung up on something. All right, there's that much. And then down here, it's all hanging down now, and it's just connected to this bracket here, and you can see disconnected there. So once I get it out right there, we should be good to go. I have to mess with it some with some pliers, but basically it's got two little wings, kind of plastic clips, kind of bent out. You just squeeze it and pop it through the other way. Also, this is how you adjust this, I recently learned. So you pull this white plastic piece out, and if yours is like mine was, where it shows you're in like second gear when you're in drive, or vice versa, where it's kind of slack, you can pull this white plastic clip down, which I just messed with. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, you pull this clip down some, and then you can mess with the adjustment without having to totally disconnect the thing. It's easier if you have like a flat head or something, but yeah, then you can slide this whole piece in and out and then push it back into place once it's in the right spot, and kind of mess with that till it gets just right. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get this sucker out real quick. Just squeezed it some with some vice grips, and it looks like it's gonna come out. Let's see, I don't know if this thing wants to go through here or not. We'll see. Oh yeah. There we go. Saw that dust falling. That's always getting in my eyes. Gotta love it. But yeah, let's see if the new one's actually better, or if it's just an old broken one. That guy went into place pretty easily. Just kind of checking to make sure those clips engaged. It seems pretty good. Pardon my voice there, you know, struggling a little bit under here. And then I'll try to snap this guy back on here. Not sure if it has different sides or what. There we go. Nice firm snap. And then this is the rubber grommet. And you can see I've already fed the rest of that up in there. I'll try to get this grommet installed. It might be easier from the top. Some kind of way like that. Oh, there you go. That seems pretty easy. All right, that's all installed. We'll see what we're looking like up top there. Hopefully this fixes it. Just checked the grommet on this side and also locked it back in here and fed it in somewhat. I would recommend feeding the head up here where you need it first, because I had the wire all fed and then trying to get the head through. The cable just doesn't flex that much, so I've got this fed up here to where it needs to be just about. And then I'm gonna try to lock it in place here on this clip. This needs to lock in right here. You can see that. Got that part of the way installed there. Let's see. That seems about right. And then hopefully you can clip this head on here. It doesn't want to go. Should have put it in the right spot first. All right, let me try, see if I can reach up here, move this thing out of my way. Oh, I need the key in the ignition to do that. Okay. There we go. Okay. Had the key on too far. So there we go. So that way, move this over here. It sounds nice and stiff. All right, that's right there. All right, that feels good. Let's see. So that should be first, second, third, I think it has. Drive, I can't remember. I think it just has 1, 2 drops. So yeah, that's drive or neutral, reverse, park. Yep, that's all of them. So that feels a lot better. Let me get up top and see how it's looking. Check, make sure this is all good. Don't want this coming off, having to climb under here. We're stuck in a parking lot somewhere. All right, should be in park. Let's see if it wants to start. All right. Got the parking brake set still. Let's see how these. There's reverse. Drive. Second. First, second, drive, neutral, reverse, and park. Now it seems like it's still a little sloppy, but when you're actually in the gear, it does look a little bit better. I might adjust it some. There's drive. It's a little bit to the right. Might mess with it some down there below and see if I can get it perfect. Let's check that out. I just got up in behind this clear piece like this and kind of pushed it down with my meat claws there. So I got that loose, so now I should be able to adjust this thing. So looking at that all the way towards, that's the rear, that way. It's the rear of the Bronco. That's in park right there. And I think it's showing that it's a little bit, I'm just gonna adjust it and I'll go back the other way if I need to, but I think I need to tighten it some, which I think would be going this way. Did that do that? Yeah, I just went that way with it. Let's see. Let me try that out and I'll go through the whole process again and see if that's better or if it's worse. There's reverse, feels very solid. Neutral. Drive, look at that. Looks like it's right on the money to me. It has some play, but when with it's resting down, it's in the right spot. This thing feels good. Yeah, I'm gonna call that fixed. Stoked we got the Bronco back to normal and actually improved a little bit with the shifter linkage actually lining up with the right gear that you're in. It's gonna look a lot better and feel less kind of rigged and worn out. That cable was just stretched over time and needed to be adjusted and ended up getting binded up. Somehow needed to be greased or something, but glad I went ahead and replaced it. If that had been my only goal for today, I'd be pretty stoked. Luckily it stopped raining and I got to come out here and finish doing that. But I wanted to make some progress on this leveling kit. We'll see. I'll probably get out here bright and early tomorrow and jack this thing up, take the front tires off and start doing that. But so far at least I can get out of the backyard right now. Can't say the same for the Dodge. I can't turn that thing at all. It's a beast trying to turn with no power steering. So hopefully I can get this thing completely done, as well as all the house projects, and we'll get back to this thing. So thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out Grappaholics on Instagram. I really appreciate y'all. I'm having fun making these videos. I hope y'all enjoy them. There's a sneak peek of what it could look like leveled out. I've got the jack set up down here on this cross member here. So if I went to the actual suspension anywhere, then I would just be picking up one side. So I went in the middle here in front of my driver's side twin traction beam there. So it's right there on the actual frame cross member.